So why don't your ads perform? Well, I am willing to bet that you are focusing too much on the product and way too little on the creative. You found some random clips of your winning product, you clipped them together in CapCut, and then you threw some ad spend behind them only to see them horribly flop. You see, your ad creative is the most important variable when it comes to running a successful e-commerce business. It's a tool that is inside of your tool belt that you need to properly use, and 99% of people use it wrong.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
Write this down. You cannot build an e-commerce business without a consistent output of good ass content. First and foremost, you need to understand that there are 3 styles of content that are absolutely critical to have inside of your ad account. In this video, we're going to be breaking these 3 down, and I am now going to be hopping into my computer to show you live examples of each one of them. First, we have prospecting content. This is the type of content that you see every single day while scrolling through Facebook and Instagram. It shows you a problem, it offers a solution, and then it has some form of call to action for you to go and buy that solution from the company, right? If you're selling a face mask that's going to help with skin, you're going to tell people in that ad, your skin needs Jesus, it needs help, and you need to buy this product in order for your skin to be like a baby's butt. Let's look at some live examples of prospecting content inside of my ad account. So this year, this singular campaign here spent $56,000. This is actually a scaling campaign, and the reason we're looking in here is I want to show you guys, the cream of the crop of what I've personally spent for prospecting, right? So if we go here, this here's called July 18th V5. This is a piece of content that we spent roughly $41,000 on, and this is a prospecting piece of content. So I apologize for the audio if it's not super clear, but I do want to go ahead and play this to you guys so you can have a better idea of what a good prospecting piece of content looks like.
Look how freaking cute that is.
Do you want a custom engraved necklace with your pet's face laser engraved in it? Customize yours in silver, gold, and rose gold. You choose.
So I want to talk about this piece a little bit because it doesn't follow directly what I mentioned earlier about problem, solution, call to action. This is slightly different. With my business, we've learned that emotions sell the most. So what am I doing in this piece of content? I'm utilizing emotions. Emotional, damn it! I would melt if someone got me this. That immediately then goes into a reaction, an emotional reaction that a UGC creator has, right? This is continuing to hook the viewer's attention. Look how freaking cute that is.
You want a custom?
And now I go into what I like to call just a direct fucking pitch. Like I literally look them in the camera while showing them the product and I say, do you want this product? Right? After I hit them with the emotion, after they're thinking about their dog that might have passed away, I now say, do you want this product with your dog's face laser engraved on it? With that dog that might have passed away with their face on it? Oh, they're like, hell yeah! So now they want the product. Now there's that desire that comes through. And then at the very end, I'm like, you can customize yours and silver, gold, rose gold, you choose, right? Call to action, boom, done. 50% off limited time. That's a prospecting ad for you. I wanted to just share that so you guys have a better idea on it. We can actually take a look. I'll show you guys 2 more here that I think are important to share just because the styles are different. But one of these styles is actually something that really shocked me with performance. You can see this piece of content here. I've spent $18,000 on this piece of content in the last, since September. Right? This is looking at a year period, but since September 8th, this piece of content spent $18,000, generated probably about $30,000. So let's take a look at it. It's very different from the prospecting you just saw, but I will explain this in a little bit. Music with a B-roll shot kind of panning of the product and some text on it. And this fucking crushed it as a prospecting ad for us. Why? Well, let's break it down a little bit. What are we using here? We're using emotion, right? That's something that I have identified works well for my business. This is going to be different business to business, right? This is not going to be the same for your business. But what you need to do as the marketer is identify these winning variables that you can utilize in your business. You need to identify these winning angles that you can implement in your content. So I know here, she cried reading this is a great hook. Somebody scrolling and they read this in big text, they're going to want to go further and understand further of why this person cried, right? And now this is just very sentimental copy saying this necklace symbolizes the love you share with your dog, wear it as a reminder that nothing in this world can separate you. Very simple, but what does it do? It hits them in the emotions. So this is to show you that there's no one type of way to do prospecting content. And that is a big misconception that 90% of people have, especially in the drop shipping e-commerce space, where they're thinking, okay, well, I need to just create a few ads and now I need to test the product. No, you don't need to test the product, you need to test the ads. That is the biggest misconception that I see in the space right now. And that alone would solve most of people's unprofitability on Facebook and just in general for your e-commerce journey, is just testing more creative and testing less product. This second style of content is absolutely critical and absolutely slept on. I have not heard one single person talking about this on YouTube at all. If there is, link me a video, they're fucking G's, right? So this second style of content is called objection handling content. And like I said, ridiculously slept on. So what is objection handling content? Well, when you're selling a product, when somebody goes to your store, you have to identify what are the objections from them completing a purchase. What is stopping them, right? In better terms, what is stopping that person from completing a purchase? And what you need to do is you need to identify those through surveys, right? You run surveys to your site, you identify why are people not purchasing, and now you want to create content revolving around those questions. You want to solve the objections that they may have in the form of content and show that to them. Let me give you guys some examples. One of the biggest issues that we have for our company is price sensitivity. A lot of people go to the site and they're like, it's too expensive, right? How do we solve this? How do we create a piece of content that relieves that problem and allows us to gather that purchase? Well, let me show you exactly what we did. So inside of August, this was in August when I created this set of objection handling content, and I want to share with you guys first the results. This spent $2,000 to generate 119 purchases. That's $20 per purchase printing, right? For us, this is a fucking great metric. And what did this do? Well, let's take a look.
Our custom engraved pet face necklaces are handmade to order and for only $35 are a steal for the craftsmanship we hold each of our products to. We want to ensure that you can capture your furry friend's memory without price being a holdback, and that's why we partnered.
What did I say there? I said without price being a holdback.
With Afterpay to give you the ability to shop now and pay later in 4 interest-free installments of $8.
Right, like, do you see how I did that? I'm gonna show you guys a few more here. This is actually the one that didn't get a lot of purchases. This one here got 105 fucking purchases.
Great question. At Popring, we pride ourselves in the quality of our personalized jewelry. When you submit a photo of your pet, it goes through an internal check by one of our dedicated craftsmen who will personally reach out to you if there are any issues with the image. We are also more than happy to review your images prior to purchase. Simply email us at support@pupbring.com. Hope that helps.
All right, what I want one of you guys to do that are watching this video right now in the comments, let me know what is the objection that I am handling in this video. Let me know. Whoever gets it right first, you're gonna get a one-on-one call with me absolutely free. Only one person I wanna see who gets it right. So that is the piece of content that absolutely fucking killed it for us for objection handling. Identify, this is what you need to do in your business. Identify what is stopping people from purchasing on your website and create content relieving those. That is what you need to do, right? The third style of content that I want to talk to you guys about is retargeting content. Now, this is something that I'm sure a lot of you have heard about, but I can almost promise that you're not implementing it correctly. Now, what do I mean by implementing it correctly? I don't think there is particularly a good or bad way to implement retargeting content, but I do believe that the volume of retargeting content that you create and test is critical, and that most of you guys are not hitting that volume. Now, what do I mean by this, and what volume should you actually be testing bottom of funnel content? Well, think about it like this. When you're scrolling through social media and you see an ad of something you find interesting, what do? Well, you might watch it, you might like it, you might go to the website to check it out. Most of you aren't gonna impulsively buy it. Well, what happens next time you see that exact same ad? Well, you might watch it again, but you already watched it, right? Why would you watch it again? You're gonna scroll. Most of the time you're going to scroll. Well, what happens if you see that ad again? You're gonna immediately scroll. So humans tend to build fatigue, especially in this day and age, with content very quickly. And your job as a marketer is to ensure that there is so much content in the mix that they are not fatigued, that they constantly hear about your brand over and over through different styles of content, through different, hear me out, eye candy. So this is actually what, in my opinion, retargeting does a great job of. You can put together loads of pieces of image content, and then you can run that image content to provide just more things for the viewer to look at. So let's take a look at some of the image content and the bottom of funnel content that I'm running. We're gonna go ahead, break this down like this, and then we're gonna take a look at some that are getting some pretty good purchases for it. And I wanna share with you that there are all types of different styles of bottom of funnel content. And before we go further, there are all different types of styles of all types of content that you should be testing. And until you test absolutely every style of content, right, with every offer, with every winning variable that you might have identified working in a different piece of content and mixed and matched them, until you've done all of that, then you cannot come to me and tell me that your product's dead. You can't do that, all right? Let's take a look at a few of these. These are very simple. I want to just show you how simple these pieces of content are here. I'm telling people 50% off a pet face necklace. I have the product there. Pet lover, personalized pet face necklace. Personalized pet face necklace, 50% off fall sale. These are very, very, very simple pieces of content, yet they perform quite damn good, right? For us, a 2 ROAS is beautiful. So I also want to share with you some different styles of content that we've actually run in the past for our bone ring pro. And these have killed it ridiculously well, especially last year, Q4 printed. The primary style here is something that I don't think you've seen before. So that's why I want to show it to you. And it is a text style. Look at this. This got 50 conversions, $14 per conversion. That's cheap, dog. Like, very cheap, very good for us. So I want to share this with you. I don't think a lot of you have at least considered creating something like this for your business. So I think this might be valuable. So this is a text message that I created, right? I'll admit that I created this text message. It says, "Oh my God, you're the best. This is the perfect way to memorialize our little Bea. I still miss her every day. This is truly the best Mother's Day gift. Thank you. You actually have no idea how happy this made me. It even has her name on it. Like, how did you do that? You're the best daughter. Thank you. I love you." It sounds real, right? It has a nice image of the ring. And now people that are on the Facebook, on the Instagram, and they're scrolling and they see something like this, it reminds them of that ad they saw of this ring. And they read this and the emotions hit them. They're rushing with emotions. And now they go and they make an impulse purchase because of those emotions. That might have not happened if I didn't run this piece of content. That wouldn't have happened for 50 purchases if I didn't run this piece. That's what I'm here to share. But Alex, how many pieces of prospecting, how many pieces of objection handling, and how many pieces of retargeting should I be testing? And that's a fantastic question that I will answer. But before I do, write this down. Only 10% of content that I have personally tested works. 10%. 90%, you're paying to learn that it doesn't work. And now you can take that content and put it back to the drawing board and try to recreate it, try to make it better. But only 10% that you initially test, whether it's from any of these stages and any of these styles, is going to work. So with that in mind, test accordingly. For prospecting, I like to test 5 to 10 pieces of content a week at a bare minimum. For objection handling, I like to do 5 to 10 pieces a month for a bare minimum. And for retargeting, I like to do also 5 to 10 pieces a week for a bare minimum. These are just based off of my personal experiences. Nothing in this should be taken as any type of financial advice. And I know it sounds like a lot, but that is what's required. I've learned that the hard way throughout the years. And until next time, I hope you found this video beneficial.